Good evening. I'd like to thank everyone for being here this evening. It means more than you know to look out there and see all of your faces here supporting me and helping me celebrate my 10-year anniversary of being a business owner. Um, so thank you again. Please continue to indulge in the delicious food and cocktails while I just continue to ramble on. Some of you may know my story already and all of the hurdles that I've jumped through to get to where I am today, but I figured I'd just kind of do a quick rerun and explain it a little bit further for those of you that aren't aware. I grew up in Orlando, still here, never left. I had the opportunity to leave and to venture out of this city, but I just never did for personal reasons. My parents were going through a fairly fresh divorce. My sister had just moved out, and I felt like I needed to stick around and be an emotional crutch for my mother. I had zero path in mind when I decided to go to Valencia, but I decided to move forward with an AA in general studies. I thought that it was the best plan for me. Although it took me 6 years to complete, I did it nevertheless. It's really embarrassing to say that out loud, but I was going through a lot and I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. So it took me a little bit longer than expected, but I've learned throughout my years of existence that patience is key. I wish I could blame my delayed education on finances, but it really was just a personal struggle. It cost me about $30,000 to complete my schooling, and although I feel like most of it wasn't really necessary, I did learn a lot. I did learn a lot in a lot of different courses, so I'm grateful for that. However, I learned most of the information that I have now through working for a small business, which really confirmed that experience is key. Like, that experience is what helps you grow. Personally, that's how I feel, but some people may disagree. I've always been told that growing up, that experience is like what makes it or breaks it. And everyone that told me that was not lying. So I think it's a pretty standard thing. I really wish it wouldn't have taken me as long as it did to complete schooling, but it really helped pave the path for my future. That being to educate people about products and brands through personal discovery. I've always been like I love testing new products and like new anything. Which helped me understand my purpose. So in 2019, I started working 2018, I started working for a small business here in Winter Park, Florida. And I had only ever worked corporate retail leading up to that, so I wasn't really sure how much I was gonna love it. But very quickly I realized that like this was where I needed to be, and these are the experiences that I needed to have in order to be successful on my own. I really did not know how much I would appreciate a small business, especially after working for larger corporations. Everything is just kind of like by the book, but when it comes to a small business, there's a little bit more freedom and flexibility. So, you're able to make changes and to do things the way that you want to do them, which is one of the very great perks of being a small business owner, might I add. I believe like deep down I always knew that I wanted to have a small business of my own, but it was just like pulling the trigger and getting the necessary experience and information to do it that was such a hurdle for me. But I really did pick up quickly, like this is what I'm supposed to do. So I did it. And if it grows one day, that's great. But I am also so happy with my current success that the growth is just like not even an issue for me at the moment. I came to understand all of this working for a small business. And I learned that my purpose is to educate people about products and services with the knowledge that I've obtained through personal discovery. And this directly relates to like my values, goals, interests, strengths, weaknesses, in so many ways, because those are the things that make me the individual human being that I am. I've always been really passionate about retail forever. People think I'm totally insane for it, but I love the quick interactions with people, and I do take pride in merchandise and products and sharing those things with other people, because if a product can make me happy, then I want other people to feel that way too, and I'm certain that they do, especially when they come into my store. My purpose statement directly relates to my career goal. I mean, my purpose is to educate people and to like share the knowledge that I have about certain products. And that is what I'm doing with my career. I am bringing in new businesses and new brands and new products to help exploit them, to get a bigger following for them, but also to, enhance how they feel about themselves. After not knowing what to do with my life for so long, it's really neat that the position I held in a small business led me to where I am today. I never had an official promotion leading up to this. It was really just a dream of mine that I never saw actually coming true. So I'm extremely grateful for that. And that is what pushed me to convince myself that I can do this. Owning a small business is a lot of work, but it pays off in the end when I see customers leave with a smile on their face and happy with their purchase. Regardless of whether they purchased something or not, even if they just came in for like a quick visit. I already knew that I possessed a lot of these skills necessary to be successful as a small business owner, but the hardest part was learning where and how to apply them best. So if I could give anyone a piece of advice, it would be to take your time and embrace your experiences. Time is extremely valuable and precious to each and every one of us, but patience is key. Sometimes things take a little bit longer than you expect, and that's okay. I am living proof of that. I took my time and didn't really apply myself for a while, and look where I am today. I own a small, successful business. I could have never done this without family, my friends, and even many strangers out there. Especially this experiences and support. So again, I want to thank you all for being here today, and let us celebrate. Cheers.